This story comes from a man in India. He is 34 years old, married, and a father to a 6-year-old daughter. From the outside, his life once looked stable, even ideal, but behind closed doors, he has been silently drowning. This is his confession, shared anonymously and edited only for clarity, not emotion. It is a story of debt, guilt, fear, shame, and the pressure of carrying everything alone without asking for help. I am 34 years old, married, and blessed with a beautiful 6-year-old daughter. For a long time, my life felt peaceful. Not luxurious but calm. My wife and I were loyal, emotionally strong, and deeply committed to our family. We lived in a joint family, me, my wife, my parents, and our daughter. I worked at a reputed automotive firm in Mumbai. The salary wasn't very high, but I had stability, respect, and pride in my work. At that time, I had only 2 EMIs, a car loan and a home loan. I believed I was managing life responsibly. I thought I could handle everything that came my way. Then 2020 happened. COVID hit. The world stopped. And around the same time, my daughter was born. Suddenly, responsibilities multiplied overnight, and the pressure inside the home became heavier. I was working from home, but I was also the only breadwinner. I had to take care of my parents, my wife, my newborn child, and every household expense. Even though my wife earned too, it wasn't enough. Living in a joint family meant expectations were constant and needs never ended. Slowly, month by month, I began falling behind. By 2022, surviving with just our salaries became impossible. Because my CIBIL score was good, I started taking loans, small ones at first. I told myself it was temporary. I believed things would improve, and I would repay everything soon. But one EMI became many. Soon, my entire salary was going only toward repayments. I was working just to pay banks, not to build a life. Still, I didn't complain. I didn't tell my parents. They are dominating by nature, and I've always been an introvert. Since childhood, I followed every decision they made for me. I never questioned them or asked for help. In November 2024, everything collapsed. I lost my job due to internal politics. After 12 years of loyalty, my position disappeared without warning, backup, or income. My monthly EMI was 110 lakh. My income became zero overnight. I applied everywhere, but companies either rejected me or offered extremely low packages that couldn't even cover half my EMI. Fear took over my life. I was terrified that recovery agents would come home. My parents had no idea how much debt I was in. I felt trapped between panic and silence. Out of fear and desperation, I did something I am deeply ashamed of. I secretly took my wife's and my mother's jewelry and pledged it to take loans and pay EMIs. I kept telling myself I would get a job soon, recover the jewelry, and no one would ever know. For 4 months, I paid EMIs like this, but the job never came, and the jewelry was lost. When my wife and my mother found out, everything exploded. My parents told me I was useless. They said I should never have been born. That broke something inside me forever. The same parents whose wishes I followed my entire life now looked at me with hatred. My wife, despite everything, stood by me emotionally. She didn't leave. But the guilt I carry of failing her, my parents, and my daughter is unbearable. It sits on my chest every single day. I am not a bad man. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I have never cheated. I have never given up. Even now, I wake up every day and try again. I apply for jobs. I attend interviews. I keep hoping, but nothing is working. I am frustrated, exhausted, and trapped in a life that feels like it's collapsing slowly. I am begging money just to pay EMIs. We are on the verge of selling the home I bought at 23, my biggest achievement, just to clear some of the debt. That realization hurts deeply. It feels like losing proof that I ever succeeded. I feel like I have failed as a man, as a son, as a husband, and as a father. Still, I don't want to quit. I can't quit, because my daughter deserves better. All I ask is for prayers, strength, and one chance to stand back up. Please tell me, what should I do? How does someone escape an EMI trap when income disappears and shame keeps you silent? This story is not just about bad choices. It is about pressure, fear, debt, silence, and the weight men carry without asking for help. What would you do if responsibilities became heavier than hope? Is failure final or just a pause before rebuilding? This is the Untold Gist, where real people share the stories they are too afraid to say out loud.